Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome to my channel Automobiles and More. So today's review is going to be on Fortuner 2022 model. This is my friend's vehicle, so I'm just going to go and review it today. So let's go and check out this vehicle in terms of how it has performed for him all these years. Couple of years he's been having it. It's going to be a long-term ownership review. So let's go and check this out. Hey, morning everyone. Welcome to my channel Automobiles and More, and I'm with Mr. Anish. That's my friend here. Morning. So basically today we are in the car Fortuner 2022, and we're going to do a review of this. This is going to be a long-term review, and where I have some parameters around which we then discuss with the owners in terms of the experience of having this their vehicle. So what we'll do is we'll start off with that. Thanks first of all for this particular interview. So this is 2022 Fortuner 4x4, right?
That's right.
So how has been your experience with this vehicle?
Well, fantastic. It's now close to 18 odd months.
Okay.
And loving it.
So actually you've done more city driving as well as also outskirts as well, right?
Mostly in Bangalore and couple of highway travel.
So how was the experience like? It's behaved very well, no issues?
Absolutely no issues so far.
Okay.
And it's been a pleasure, right? The seats are very comfortable.
Okay.
You get the height.
Okay.
So you can see the road, the clearance.
Okay.
All that very good.
Good, okay. So what is the previous vehicle?
So I was driving an XUV 500. That was my previous vehicle.
Okay.
And the trigger was to move to an automatic.
Okay. So what were the issues of your previous vehicle which made you to go for an automatic?
Of course, city driving in Bangalore is, it's not tenable anymore with manual transmission. Of course, I was looking for a 7-seater when I was looking for an alternative, and I zeroed down on Fortuner as my next vehicle.
Okay, so what are the vehicles you compared apart from this vehicle?
When in August 2022 there were not too many vehicles to be compared. Ford Endeavour was just out of market.
Okay.
The other one was the Innova Krista.
Okay.
I settled down for Fortuner. Has got heard a lot of good reviews,
right.
And it still commands a good resale value.
Okay. Do you check also Jeep Meridian and other things?
Yes, Jeep was the other part. Yeah, Jeep Meridian had just come, which Fortuner had a little more height. It's like a proper SUV compared to the Meridian.
Okay.
And that was
the thing, right? Okay. And which dealership you picked up this one?
So I picked this from Nandi Toyota. Oso Road.
How was the experience like?
Again, very good. They actually gave me a very good overview, before I was choosing.
Right.
It was a toss-up between 4x4 or 4x2.
Oh yeah, that was my next question actually.
Okay, so it was about 4-5 lakhs was the difference, but I opted to go for a 4x4.
Right.
But I've not really done, some of those 4x4 drives yet. That's up still pending.
Right.
So it's very good. The control, especially on the highway drives.
Okay.
Absolute control of the vehicle.
Okay. What about body roll?
Body roll, that was one issue I had in XUV 500.
Okay.
Very minimalized in Fortuner.
Okay.
Though a large wheelbase, don't feel the body roll, especially on the bumps and the potholes.
Right. And in terms of service, obviously we don't have a complaint with Toyota, right? I think Toyota service is not an issue.
It is not only there's no issue, but very economical. I just did my 20,000 kilometers service.
Okay.
And it came out about 15,000 rupees.
Wow. Okay. Good. Okay. So you've done about 20,000 now.
That's 20,000 so far.
Okay. So it's a good time to do a review, right? So we can hear from the owner in terms of the vehicle performance, and obviously Toyota. Almost all the vehicles, especially, they are long-termers, literally, right? And then this is obviously no brainer. And there is an update which is happening, and I think it's happened in South Africa, which is a mild hybrid, where again the torque and the BHP goes up. But I think from India point of view, I guess probably festival season or probably in early next year is what the expectation is. Who else drives in your home?
Yeah, this self-driven.
Self-driven. Okay. Self-driven as such. Okay. So this is a 2.8 liters
2.8
engine,
liters.
and it's a diesel, and you also have a petrol version.
Yes.
But yeah, diesel is recommended definitely. And in terms of wheel, obviously you already covered that 18 inches wheel, so obviously it gives you that drivability and so on. Right. Ground clearance is very good. There's no issue, right? Because it's about 220 mm of ground clearance is what I understand.
Yes.
So that's the standard across all the models. Was there a Toyota Legender when you went at 2022, or was it?
No, it was there. Obviously, it had a facelift, dual body color.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But it's costlier.
It is another 4-5 lakhs.
Yes, exactly. But I think most of the features are here, and that's
it's exactly the same except for the wheel part and the dual tone
kind of thing, right? But otherwise, most of the features were very similar in terms of dimensions. Everything was almost same.
It's the same. This is exactly the same as Legender. You have the JBL. Music system.
Yeah.
So it's all the same.
Right. So this comes with 11 speakers, including all the subwoofers, woofers, tweeters, everything. I think main speakers are 6 PS speakers, and you get 7 airbags actually. Right, 7 airbags, and G cap obviously it's a 5-star. There's no doubt about that, right? And so it's a very safe vehicle as such in terms of that's one of the reasons why the numbers obviously speaks for itself, right? Though if you look at features, okay, this is something which I want to tell the viewers also. I think there are a lot of people who talk about many features in the latest cars, but there could be some few misses in this one. But in terms of drivability, in terms of brand value, and also most importantly in terms of resale value, I think there's nothing to beat Toyota vehicles, right? Right. So you said you spent only about 15,000 for a 20,000 kilometer service, right?
That's right.
Which is what, including oil change, everything?
Including oil change, the AC cleaning.
Okay.
So they do it every 20,000 kilometers.
Okay.
So including all of it. I actually did it in the Bommanahalli service center.
Okay.
There have been rave reviews on, there are two service centers on Hosur Road.
Correct.
One is called Kudlu and the other is Bommanahalli.
Okay.
Very happy with the
Very happy actually. So it's a same day service?
Same day service, pick up and drop.
Okay, yes. Great, fantastic. Okay. So you said it's a single driven vehicle as such. In terms of mileage, what is the mileage you have clocked in city as well as outside?
So when I do long trips with specifically highways, it's close to 9.710.
Okay.
With AC, but when it comes to city, it's down to about 8.7 is what I've seen.
Okay.
The other part, if you can compare that with my previous vehicle, and I had a Scorpio prior to that.
I see. Okay.
So we've pretty much been driving SUVs the last 12-13 years.
Okay.
The maneuverability of this vehicle, though it looks large. It's pretty much good angles that I get to take the turns.
Okay.
So good maneuverability and the easiness of driving is
perfect.
Apart from just being an automatic, it's got its own drivability.
Right. And this 4x4, it's kind of an adaptive thing, or you need to switch on by using the.
So there is a knob. So you need to rest your vehicle and then change the knob.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you need to. It's not on the go.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing it. You'll screw it.
I see. Okay.
So you need to be at rest and then make the change.
And
then drive.
And what are the modes which is allowed in this vehicle? I mean,
it's a regular. You have the sports, economy, regular mode.
Okay.
I'm on economy mode.
You're
right
economy
now.
mode. Okay. Okay. Have you tried the sports mode?
Yeah, highways. Yes, I've done the sports mode.
Sports mode.
Yeah,
Okay.
it really gives that a little bit of that turbo.
As it is, a lot of power is there now. You put a sports mode, you can imagine what will happen, right?
So I don't switch it on for the normal city drive, but yeah, when I go on the highways, I do move it to the sports
Right.
mode.
Okay. So in this last two years plus, whatever you have with this vehicle, any major issues, service issues, or
No, thankfully none. I had initially in I think the first 2 months,
Okay.
I had a tire burst.
How?
So that
What
was there was a foreign object. I mean, as a metal object on the road that the tire picked up and
okay?
it was on the nice road. So it tore the tire.
Oh.
So I had to just replace the
Replace
tire.
the tire, okay.
But probably it's just a bad luck.
Bad luck. So otherwise, there is no other major mechanical
Absolutely.
issue, nothing as
No,
such, right? So that's something which is a typical Toyota.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons people prefer Toyota.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's one thing. So I think with this vehicle also you should plan some lay trips and other things.
Yeah, maybe something in South India first and then venture out.
I know. So that's great. Okay. So that way you are pretty happy. You said you definitely see a major change from the Mahindra vehicles what you drove to this one in terms of the drivability. Now, are you comfortable with the boot space?
Very comfortable. The boot space, of course, I'm tall, so I don't probably fit into the last row.
Last row, obviously.
But 7 passengers, I think it's comfortable. For definitely for city drive.
City drive.
Maybe for long drives, it's probably not suggested.
The last one could be for the kids actually.
Kids, luggage. So a lot of even compared to XUV, when you even have the 7 seats on, you still have more space in the back than what I had in the XUV.
Okay.
So
what I'm seeing is again now you're in a very noisy place, but then it's absolutely quiet cabin. So that's something which is very good. NVH levels are perfect actually. Absolutely no noise. AC is doing very well. I mean it's performing very well. There's no issue here. Okay. So I think it comes with all the necessary features what you require in terms of drivability and comfortness, right? And it's 7 airbags, a safety aspect, right? And then obviously there are certain things which people demand which is not there, but that's not a major issue. Like for example, certain things which is off late is given in all the cars, right? Like your sunroof, moonroofs. I'm not a big fan of that anyway, but then something which people are asking for that. And then what about even the latest update? I believe the 2025 comes with an ADAS is what I understand, but still we don't know what the final specs is. Of course hybrid is confirmed. That is something which they have talked about. And what about 360-degree camera? It's not there.
Yeah, so Toyota vehicles are not known with too many gadgets. My XUV 500, which is a 2015 model, had much more features.
Much more features, yeah.
But then if you actually look at it, you don't end up using most of it.
Exactly, it's like our phone, right? I know we have so much of features, but we not really use it every day. And even the sunroof, if you look at
with the last few years of heat in Bangalore,
and especially this year.
Yeah, this year,
you will not use it.
Maybe when it rains, it's good to.
All my reviews, yes, actually, all my reviews also found that a lot of the owners, they said sunroof, moonroof, they don't use it much. Definitely not in the city. I mean, especially if it's like this, hot and dusty and whatnot. Maybe when they travel outside, they use it or in the guard sections, etc. Right? Otherwise, they don't really. So what are the 3 most liked things about this car? I mean, the SUV.
So that dependability factor, right? That that
peace of mind.
Peace of mind. That you don't have a manual transmission to worry about the gear section.
Correct.
You can rest your left hand and leg.
Just does it have dead pedal?
It has got a rest.
Dead pedal. Okay, so that's there. Okay. Okay.
But apart from that, the smoothness, right? As you could hear, you're not hearing too much of noise outside.
Yes.
It doesn't have the memory seats, but it's got the electrical adjustment, which is much better than what I had in the XUV. You get more finer controls. To this with it. This has got AC seats, especially for
ventilated seats.
Or
the front passengers, right?
Both the front
passengers. Yeah. Okay. That's
so
good.
That's
especially in summer, it is very useful, right? Or even long journeys also. Long journeys also. Okay.
And while mileage is a little low than what I would have imagined, but apart from filling diesel, I just reminded of the old Hero Honda ad, right? Just fill it, shut it, and drive. So
this is 80 liters of tank. So that was one. One is you said peace of mind, and then you said a lot of features like the ventilated seats, and it's a automatic vehicle which you wanted. So that's something which you liked. What else?
As I said, the height, right?
So the visibility,
even for a short person, who's driving, this gives a
commanding position
on the the road. You can actually see,
and you can see the bonnet in front, which is clear. So that's another big peace of mind as such. Okay. What are the things which you think maybe should have had in this car which is not there?
Especially, there are not too many, but. Like the tire pressure monitor, right?
Okay.
So Toyota doesn't believe it needs one, but being on Indian roads, you don't know what's like the tire burst I had.
Exactly.
So I definitely miss one. So I've just bought a fire, tire inflator, kept in the bag. Thankfully, I've not used it yet. But that's probably one I sorely miss from my previous vehicle. Which is probably not there. The other one, of course, it comes with a Android Auto, but it has to be tethered. As in it has to be wired. It's got its plus and minus, because if it is not tethered, then your battery of your phone, it discharges quite faster than if it is tethered. But it's you need to always connect to a wire. Not a big deal, but still. But you get the the latest, which was not there until 2 years back. So thankfully, Android Auto came into the Fortuner in 2022.
In fact, some cars now, the one which has come recently, the Mahindra 3XO, the Mahindra 3XO, that one has Android Auto wireless, but Apple CarPlay is wired. I said no. What is that? Okay, so that is second point. What else?
Of course, I've not had major challenges in parking, but when especially in a city like Bangalore, you need to do a little plan.
That is where your 360-degree camera would be a very useful one.
Yes, definitely.
Did you look at an aftermarket thing, or is it not available?
It is available.
Yes.
I've not gone for it. Maybe a dash camera with a
exactly.
What I might be going in for.
I think you should definitely add these two, because especially a dash cam with a 360-degree camera.
It's more on the security part, and
exactly.
of course, with the 360 camera, you get better, control of your surrounding.
Especially with a high vehicle like this, right? So, did you add any aftermarket additions after you bought the vehicle?
I did few, like in XUV when I bought 2015, I struggled to figure out what more I can do. But here I did a slight film, with I think it's about 30-40% visibility. I put a film, lighter one on the front glass, but a little more darker on the sides.
On the front glass you put.
But very light, very light. I did the rain visors.
That's useful actually.
That's useful. I did the fender mirror for the front left tire. It actually gives a visibility of, especially when you're parking, parallel parking. I did, then I did a metal strip on the rear door. Especially when you are moving in luggages. It might scratch the paint. So I put a metal strip there. That's pretty much what I didn't do all the fancy coatings.
Good thing. Actually, it's a very wise thing to do, not to do that. I mean, it's crazy.
It's probably just waste of money.
It's a huge waste of money.
And so I didn't do any underbody coating. or the
exactly.
Maybe when you go it for service, you can polish it a little better. But I think that's a waste of money.
No, unless you have some coastal region where you might humidity is high, salt water and other things. Otherwise, you don't really need it. But then people get conned, and then when they're buying a new vehicle, right, and they pay a huge amount of money.
And I then went for some
Teflon coating and whatnot.
Teflon coatings and the underbody.
Exactly.
I also went for some 3D mats. From what it came as an OEM, I put up again the Toyota's 3D mats.
Okay, great. So I think otherwise it's pretty essentials what is there in the car. And does this car come with idle start and stop?
Yes, it just did that.
That's why I asked this question. Yeah, okay. So that is very useful because it improves your mileage. Okay. And
one thing that I don't like about it is the audio system doesn't start unless the engine is on.
That's okay. That's important actually.
So what happens is, say you're parking and you may want to take a call and you don't want to drive. You need to keep your engines on.
Oh, that's crazy actually.
So that's a little deterrent.
So what is Toyota saying about that?
I think that's how it's designed.
That's how it's designed. So that's a design.
I actually called back the the Toyota agency and said, hey, is there a way that I can do my calls without switching on the engine? So the answer is no.
No, okay.
Even even of course the electrical. Power windows also you need the engine.
But I think again I know in Glanza what I have is also there is a way where you just tap the button once little bit that just starts the electronic systems without the engine.
It does. It does. So the electrical window you can do with that. But the call and the system you need the engine
to be off on as such, which is a problem. Okay, good. So these are the things which you said you should have had in the car, which is fine. So the suspension, when we went over the hump, I could see it's a little on the firmer side. So obviously highway ride must be definitely much cool.
No, it is. So I had an option of Toyota told me that there are options if you want to go in for another suspension or another 1.5 2 lakhs.
I see.
1.5 2 lakhs. So, but I thought it was. I drove a little bit around. I felt it was much better feeling than my XUV. So I decided not to put that additional money and just go in for the regular
factory fitted whatever. Okay. Now, nice. So I think it was good in terms of the feedback what we got about this car. So it's very clear that the owner obviously is enjoying, and it's a typical Toyota ownership which we see in most of the cars. So that's the one part of the feedback from the owner. So what we'll do is we'll go and park somewhere and then probably look at the interiors to some extent and see what all is there and what is something which can be there, and then we'll conclude this particular ownership review. So thanks Anish, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Probably will park and then take an interior shoot as well.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Continuing with our review, so we were talking about the some of the specifications. One of them obviously is the fuel capacity. This tank is 80 liters, and then there is also another supplementary tank, right, which where you need to fill in your DEF liquid or whatever. So what is that called in?
So it's called AdBlue.
AdBlue. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically for all BS6 vehicles. It basically dilutes the nitrogen dioxide that is produced in the exhaust. It gets added and it dilutes out and releases nitrogen and water. So that's basically AdBlue. So there is a specific tank for AdBlue on the bonnet near the engine, which needs to be replenished once it gives an indication of.
There's an indication which comes up.
Yeah, and you don't have to fill it immediately. You have like 2,000 kilometers range before after the indicator comes.
Oh, I see.
Before you need to fill it. It's available widely. But it's like once in 6 months you need to pour based on how much you've driven.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Now let's look at the interiors and see what all it has.
Sure.
So if you look at this is a dashboard layout. This is a 8-inch infotainment system.
Yes.
Right. And this has got tracking, 4 knobs, audio, menu control, okay, power volume. What about navigation? You have to connect, right?
Yeah, I have to connect. Yeah.
And then this
There's a key holder here.
Okay.
There is a unit storage unit.
space.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there is a
Cool glove box.
glove box.
Okay, and there's another one normal.
Dash.
So 2 glove boxes.
Yes.
One is cool, the other one is not.
Then you have glass holder, cup holder.
Just below
Both
the
sides.
AC or knob, so it's cool option, right?
Both sides, yeah.
Full.
Yeah.
Then your steering controls is a typical, your audio
Toyota, any Toyota will have the same, yeah.
paddle shift.
Yeah, so you have the different menu at the dashboard.
Okay.
So eco indicator, this indicates about cruise,
Okay.
eco savings, and this is the tire position.
Okay. Right. So that's
Then you have this handles both sides.
both the sides.
That's very handy for people who to get into the car.
Yeah, and this comes with the light.
Yes,
Is there.
yes.
Okay, so that's fine. And then this, what is this one?
There's a cooling glass holder here.
And then this is
There's the lights.
all the lights actually, LED lights. And then the good thing is also you have AC control for the back passengers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the AC vents. So what you see here, and then of course your lights, also the AC vents are there, and of course grab rails and all the passengers. I'm 6 feet, but I'm sitting very comfortably here.
You can do back reclining also.
Is also option, yeah. So that way, I guess there's good amount of space here.
And there's a middle. You have your
So then you have the armrest.
armrest with cup holders.
Rest with the cup holder. Huh?
This push. Yeah.
So that's the cup holder which is right up there. And this is a factory fitted seat.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a leatherette or leather?
It is leather, and the design is called cameos.
Cameos, okay. And then that's your cooling ventilated seats, front seats, right?
Yes.
So for both
Yes.
front passengers. Okay, so that's cooling, okay. What about wireless charger? We said it's not there. This is parking.
This is the 4-wheel, 2-wheel.
So this what you said is you need to actually stop and then change.
Yes.
Okay, okay. And this becomes...
This is where you do the economy mode,
so that's
eco, normal, sport mode,
sport modes, okay.
and there is this hill hold and
Hill hold assist and...
yeah.
okay, so that's fine. And this is your auto dimming.
Yes, they're very useful.
Which is fine. Okay, so that's all good. And then this is one-touch door controls.
Yes, one-touch door controls.
So that's good. So it's very functional cabin with all the and then seats. Of course, all of them recline, and then your driver seat has adjustments as well, right?
Yeah, it is electronically adjustable. So 8 positions.
8 positions you can adjust. Okay. And so the top seats, middle row seats obviously couples. It's very easy, right? Very easy, and of course the access to the back seat. And all of them have recline function, right?
Yes, yes.
All of them have a recline function. There's an 18-inch wheel, solid, with alloy wheels. It's got 6 nuts, huh?
Yeah.
So that's different. I think it's a Toyota specific. And yeah, so this
is the, you can recline a bit. Normal position is like this.
Okay.
So somebody is sitting in the back, you can actually recline. So it becomes a little more
and
comfortable.
then if you want to remove the seat, then you just pull a lever and then it
Yes,
goes up, right?
yes.
Very easy, and then you can pull it on the back seat. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can actually get the full boot space.
I think you have to use this one.
Yeah,
right? So if that is covered, then you see the amount of space which is there. Solid, right? So if you put both the seats down, you have enough space.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
all 4 seats, middle and
the
back.
seats up, I think it's about 270 odd liters which you get, which is good enough. But if you want further, you can tumble up. And then of course the split 50-50 is a good one, because then you can, let's say, close this and then put the remaining stuff here. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so this also has an incline. All of them get headrest, which is very nice. Okay, and
this is
electrically
yeah.
So that's a very nice one. Of course, nowadays the cars with leg sweep.
Yes, not in Toyotas yet.
MG has got
Yeah,
it. When I
Toyotas.
was reviewing it, just do it like that and it opens up.
Yeah.
step-on thing you did or
Yeah,
like,
so I forgot. Yeah, this one I did.
this you did?
Yeah.
Aftermarket, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, it's very convenient, required actually. And yeah, so that's the front look. So mature it looks. 220 mm again, and then again the entry and the exit, it's pretty high, nice it is. So which means, you know, off-roading and all, you don't have to worry about the space.
Low clearance.
Right? Yeah, so the clearance you don't have to worry about, which is excellent. Can you open this bonnet?
Yes.
So that's the 2.8 liters engine, diesel engine, and yeah, so this is the tank for the DF liquid.
DF liquid is this one.
This side. Okay, so that's a DF liquid.
AdBlue.
AdBlue. So that is where we fill in, and so it's about once in a 10,000 you do service.
Yes, once in 10,000.
Once in 10,000 you do the service, so which is fine. And then, as we heard already, the service cost is pretty reasonable. Okay, so let me take a test drive of this vehicle, Fortuner. I mean, as I said, it's a driver's vehicle. Definitely, drivers enjoy this because of the performance and and the power output that it gives. And if you look at it, I'm sitting high. As I said, already Anish has talked about it. Its visibility is fantastic all around. And then you sit high, commanding position, so that's another great thing. And he's also compared this with the XUV 500, which he had earlier, and this one, and he says it's much more easier to drive, right? More easier to drive, and though it looks big, it's very comfortable to drive in the city as well as outside, isn't it? So let's take a short drive. Okay, so let's drive this, which has got a creep functionality, right? Automatic creep functionality. Yes. So it moves. Okay. You can see the power. Yeah, so visibility is fantastic actually, and even the back, it's not very claustrophobic. The glass area is much high, so your visibility is definitely great. Okay, so this is good. Yeah, as you said, and it's very comfortable it is to drive. So when it gets into a 4x4, what changes you see in your steering controls? And
You will not feel that here on the normal roads.
Okay.
So you'll get all your four wheels get powered.
Okay.
So that's about these four.
And there are some adaptive controls also automatically based on the terrain, automatically switches out to 2x2 and 4x4, right? So here you need to switch on that, right? That's what it's saying.
Yeah.
It's a diesel, so obviously there is amount of diesel grunt which you can hear, which is normal. But in terms of drive, yeah, it's like it just flies. Vehicle is very good. It's a driver's car. I mean, no wonder people love to drive this car because it's 500 Newton meter of torque, which is great. And this is automatics, but then the gas shifts are pretty smooth, right? You don't even feel that there is a shift happening. Pretty good it is. It's a 6-speed gearbox, isn't it?
Yes.
6-speed gearbox. And you see the mileage you get around 8.9 in city.
8.7.
Wow, what a grunt. Super. This is good. Really nice. Super, Anish. It's very nice and the response is fantastic. So highways, what is the maximum you have touched?
So at 80 you get a beep, and at 120 you get another beep.
Okay.
I've gone 130, 135.
135, okay. And it's comfortable.
Yes.
Only the hill drive you've not done.
Only the hill drive. Yes.
You know what, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
So what you do is you take it to Ooty, and there's a shorter route, right, to Ooty,
Yes.
which is a little more challenging and steeper. And you should take it there, and with this kind of power, you will be able to really do it very easily. But it is steep.
So I've tried a couple of shopping malls where you have a steep climb. So you take the the leg out of the pedal. It doesn't go back.
Okay.
It doesn't
because
go back. It's got the auto braking.
Auto braking, yeah, exactly. Great, I think it's nice. It has good power delivery, and of course it's smooth gear shift. There's no change at all. You don't even feel that
it's automatic.
Yeah, it's automatic, and it's doing very well. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me today.
Nice interview and a lot of information we got, and I hope they read. I mean, the viewers, definitely whoever has it and who is actually thinking of buying this, definitely would have got more information now. And as I said, there is the multiple versions. Petrol is also there, but recommended obviously it's a diesel, right? Though there are some regulations around it, I think it will take a long time to go. So I think diesel is the recommended version by as such, right? So Fortuner diesel, and there is an update as I said, which is 2025, but again not major change except that there is an ADAS 2 coming in, plus there is a hybrid. It's a mild hybrid. That's the only change. So till my next video, bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.